What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about SpaceX today. SPCX, Elon Musk Corp. It is the 22nd day of June, and here we are at $170.70 with roughly 6 hours and 11 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. Opening the day, you're only in the day about 15 minutes now. Opening the day down 7.8%. 7.8% is not crazy. Nobody wants to be down 7.8%. I think most people would prefer to be up 7.8% instead of being down, but that's not the crazy thing. The crazy thing is this thing is a multi-trillion-dollar asset, and it's moving like this. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. And the reason why it's moving like this, we're going to see it get tamed down a little bit. The reason why it's moving like this is because it IPO'd like a week and a half ago, right? You're seeing this thing being volatile because we're still trying to price it in, figure out what its value is, what it's appropriate, what people want to buy it for, want to sell it for, whatever, you know. And here we are moving down. I was strongly encouraging people to sell their stock if they had it, to not buy their stock if they're thinking about buying it, to even short the price up here. And here we are down. I mean, how much are we down already from the all-time high? We're down 24%. That's insane. Congrats to anybody who shorted on the day of the 17th or the 16th of June. You're doing well. I do encourage profit taking. I don't think that this is something. I mean, maybe if you shorted like 220 or higher, maybe you're in it for the long term. That's fine. But if you shorted even here or here, I do suspect that maybe later this week, maybe next week, maybe next month, we will come back up and fill these gaps. We probably do fill these gaps. Don't get me mistaken, that doesn't mean go long here. That doesn't mean buy this stock. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I would stay away from the long side until we see some excessive drops, until we start to get lower, maybe at least to like 130 or 100 or even below there. I do believe as time goes on, SpaceX will go below $100, if not at least below 130. And potentially at most, you know, something that's well below $100, maybe $90, maybe $80. Who knows? I don't think it'll go too much lower than that. $1 trillion, a $1 trillion market cap, I believe, would be around $100, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. 2.25 trillion. So if we saw like a 50% drop from here, it's pretty damn close to a $1 trillion market cap. That's 84 bucks. Yeah, we could go to 80, maybe even a little bit below $80. I think we'll find support around a $1 trillion market cap, and maybe above there, and maybe just below there. So something, I guess, a 50% to 60% drop is possible, which would be $69. Sounds like Elon Musk. $69 holding a support. $80 maybe, something like that. But we might not go that low. $100 to $130 is possible. I know it's a broad range, but guys, this thing's only been in existence for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days now. Okay, we don't have all the data. It's too early to be completely decisive in this. The only thing that I am very decisive on is that we have lower to go. But this won't happen. We've been moving very fast. This is not going to happen this month. It's probably not even going to happen this year. We're not going to see prices that are anywhere near 130 or lower until probably at the very earliest, very late this year, or likely sometime in 2027. It could be until 2028 that we even get below $100. I don't expect that we're going to move at this pace all the way through. And again, being that this thing is so new, my suspicion is that we're going to see some immense volatility. So all of these gaps to the upside, we're going to fill them. All these gaps here to the upside, we're gonna fill them. Or I guess gaps to the downside, gaps to the upside. You gapped up, and these are gaps down, but the gaps down are above you, the gaps up are below you. That's why I got confused there. Anyways, the grand idea here is that we probably do come back up to around $190, $200 at some point. Again, maybe it's today, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next month, but at some point we're going to be very volatile here. And as time goes on, these wicked moves are going to go away, and it's going to tame up because you are a multi-trillion-dollar asset. So you're going to see some more boring price action as time goes on. After we shake out all the excited, euphoric, crazy FOMO, panic selling hands. After all those people have made their decisions and they're laying in their bed and making it, after all their money goes away, that's when likely we will see the price action kind of mellow out. For now, if I had to be very direct in where my head's at with SpaceX, it would be, let's just imagine that we did this perfectly. Okay, let's imagine that you shorted here at this high, or maybe you shorted here at this high, or maybe you shorted here at this high, and you're in a position where you're in the green. I would be looking to take profits, because we're in this zone here where we did see a little bit of stagnation, a little bit of hold up, some significance. It's like the only relative significant area that we have where we weren't just moving straight up or straight down, right? We might see a little bit of significance here, so I would take profits. And if we go lower, I wouldn't short again. I would wait for that recovery. Wait for that recovery. Something that's around, I would say, maybe once we start getting above $185 again, $185 to $200, then I'd start looking to go short again. Tight stop losses, because again, we're in price discovery right now. I mean, maybe you could go higher. I don't think we get above that high. I really do believe that the high from June 16th is going to be the all-time high for quite a while now, but you never know. And again, tight stop losses help us from getting wrecked. But I would definitely not, even if we're expecting the price to go up, I definitely wouldn't be going long here. I mean, you could be at 150 before moving up. You could go below the IPO price before moving up. I mean, it could take you months before you see any type of serious recovery. It could take you days. Who knows? Who knows how long it's going to be? But we're definitely in an overall short environment. I do believe SpaceX is overvalued for the time right now. In the long term, it'll go above this all-time high. In the long term, it'll be a $10 trillion plus company. But for right now, I think it is overvalued, and I do believe that it's more time to look for opportunities to sell and go short rather than it is to go long. So if I played this perfectly and I shorted here and I'm in the green, take my profits, wait for it to come back, and then go short again and rinse and repeat until things start to get boring, and then maybe move on to the next project that's exciting, whatever it might be. 1 hour time frame, we look at this on the RSI, you're right at the oversold zone, perfect area to kind of expect a bounce. You do have a little bit of bullish divergence going on. Stochastics look bearish, and the MACD is bearish overall as well. We look at this on the 15-minute time frame. Such small time frames because we don't really have too much data. You do look like you have a little bit of bullish divergence here on the RSI. Maybe not actually. You have lower lows. Would it be bullish? Let's see. Would it be bullish divergence? If you can close this 15-minute time frame green, you got 4 minutes 55 seconds left. So by the time I post this video, you'll see if this 15-minute time frame can close green, you will have bullish divergence. Your RSI, bullish divergence or not, it looks similar to what you did back here. And in this zone, did you go a little bit lower? Sure, but you still saw a nice little bit of recovery. So again, this is where it's dangerous to go long. It's not so dangerous to go short. Maybe it's dangerous to go short right now because you're at like a relatively low point from the all-time high, but maybe we go a little bit lower and then we bounce and recover. I thoroughly do believe that we'll see prices above 180, maybe even above $200 before we start to make the next like official descent down. I don't expect that the drop overall is going to be a straight shot down, right? It hasn't been so far. There's moments where it is, moments where it is, moments where it is, and maybe we still have a little bit further to go in that sense. But the recovery will happen. It'll be somewhat systematic. There will even be a point where this downtrend here, this lower high, lower low trend, will break out to the upside, and then we'll come back down. I would look personally to go short at that point whenever we break out of this, quote-unquote, break out of this downtrend, and then we're finding resistance at prior points of resistance, prior points of support here, stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking, less TA, but there's not a whole lot of TA to go off of with this thing. I'm just trying to share my ideas, my perspective, and my non-financial advice. This is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you guys what I believe looking at this thing. So I got nothing else. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Long term, very clear, expecting SpaceX to go down, super far down. So, if you're looking to short it or trade, buy some puts or sell some calls, whatever the short position is for options. Maybe wait for a nice bounce. Do it here if you want to. Make sure they're long term if you're doing it here. But I think wait for a nice bounce and see if there's anything more prosperous that comes your way as we start to move up higher here. But I'm just talking at this point, so I'm going to end it there. Hit that like button, subscribe, take care. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.